Hello, every morning. Every morning. It's Monday. I don't know. I got nothing.
There's snow.
So yeah, it's snowing. It's Monday. It was like 50 yesterday. I don't even know. I don't even know how to start the show, apparently. That's how confused I am. I've been doing it for a very long time, and the snow has me that confused that I don't even know what to say. Hello, morning. Hello, morning time. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Muscatine Today show. We'll just pretend like that first minute didn't happen. I want to start off the show by saying thank you to all of our awesome sponsors. They are amazing. I'm excited that the list grows and the people who want to help us in giving this platform to local nonprofits and awesome folks doing really cool stuff in our community. That list continues to grow, and that's exciting to me. And I hope that you guys are excited about it, because that means the show will continue on and we'll be able to hear about all the awesome stuff going on in Muscatine for a long time. So those sponsors include folks like Muscatine Power and Water, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Becky Insurance and Financial Services, Impact Life Blood Center, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City Muscatine, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and Hy-Vee, of course. And then our newest sponsor, Harper's Cycling and Fitness. Super excited to have them on board. Last week was the first week for them, and super excited to have them be a sponsor on the Muscatine Today show. So today, luckily, I have Megan on, because she can basically host the show herself. So if I have a crazy cuckoo moment again and try to say hello, morning, or some other odd thing, you can just take it away.
There we go.
Just act like it didn't happen and just take it away.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. So it's snowing out.
I know, and severe
did you
weather.
notice at all?
Severe weather on
Then
Saturday.
Tornadoes. Yeah, I mean, what in the heck?
Yeah.
It's Iowa, so
Yep.
fun.
We'll give you a break.
But we're both going to ride off into the sunset and pretend like it didn't happen.
There we go.
In a few days, right?
Yep.
Yep. See you later, snow. It is super glad. I'm glad to have you on the show.
It's super glad to have.
It's super glad. I apparently cannot talk today.
Blame it on the energy in the air with the weather, and it's legit. Like my kids don't sleep as well. Everything seems off schedule. There's something.
Thanks for making me feel better.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Wow, it's literally my job to speak, and I cannot today, so I'm fired.
Hall pass, right? Like a free pass
today.
Can
I have it? Can I have one of those? Anyways, so today you have your hat on, your purple shirt.
I know.
And
that's how I wear it, to make sure we know what we're talking about.
Make sure you know what
we're here for.
So I should say, instead of, oh, this is the hat you're wearing, it's like, oh, this is the shirt you're wearing today.
The shirt I'm wearing today.
She's wearing the purple shirt today. So folks, do you know what that means? Can anybody guess what the purple shirt means? Yes or no? So I'm excited. The Alzheimer's walk is scheduled.
Yep.
It's going to be a Friday night again, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it sets it aside from other walks that maybe people can't do. Or even, I was thinking about this the other day when we were chatting about it being on Friday again. Like those folks that do work here and maybe they do not live here, or, things like that.
Yeah.
I think it kind of is inclusive of a different group. And so I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Whenever we can do that. And so Friday night again, and it's going to be, like that right after work, you can come, swing down, have a walk. It's a super cool community event. So let's talk about the date and some of those things, and then we'll talk about some of the awesome stuff that the walk helps us bring to our community.
Sure.
Like the support groups and stuff that we're going to talk about today.
Yep.
But just a reminder, I like to keep reminding folks when that date is and all of that. So the walk this year is going to be on a Friday night until
September 23rd.
September 23rd.
Yep. And we are starting, so last year we tried to kind of move things around due to other events in the same time.
Yeah. It was a big day of events.
It was a big day of events. But we did get a lot of community feedback from our walkers that 5:30 to start that walk is really the best time.
Yeah.
People can
time to
finish at the end of work or move around kids, whatever they need to do, and then get there for that ceremony.
Yeah.
So it is a 5:30 start. We'll have 4:45 to 5:15 will be kind of that registration, turn in your last money, just gather. We'll have some tables of information, just a time to kind of gather if you can.
So if you get off work at 4 or whatever, you can come on
down
and chill and kind of finish up the things that you need to, tidy up your money and whatever else that you've done. But
and then we will start at 5:30.
Awesome.
And then what's really nice too is that opening ceremony. So it's where we hear some of the stories of impact, some of the things going on. And I mean, I'm always very touched and very moved kind of looking out over the group of everybody together on that ceremony, and everybody's holding their flowers, and you can just tell, you know, that everybody's there for the same reason, and whether it's different stories and different paths, it's still the same reason, and they, you know, whether they need support or giving someone support, that ceremony is pretty impactful. And then we take off on a walk. I believe that Keep Muscatine Beautiful will have a concert that night.
Awesome.
So there will be music as we head on our walk do some cheering, and it's just a fun evening. Kind of the accumulation of fundraising and letting people know and awareness, and we've come really, really far in the last couple of years just with showing that awareness to everybody. So you know, hopefully those who are going through a struggle feel like, you know, you've got some support out there and places to turn. So
absolutely.
Yep.
So speaking of support, that's one of the things. So we always try to talk about, like, so what comes from the money raised, you know, what kind of things. Obviously the research is so important. We all are like searching for that first survivor and are hoping for things that can kind of help our loved ones, but a lot of other things come from the walk and the money raised and the Alzheimer's community. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about that support and the support groups that are out there. So tell me a little bit about, first of all, I want to share an experience. So totally different, but during my cancer experience, I never thought of like that support group, you know, like I would never need that, but it is amazing how, like, when for the cancer community, it was Gilda's Club, you know, and having her there. I mean, every time I went in for a chemo treatment, this lady was there. She was a complete stranger at first, you know, and she made it a point to be there and saw that I was struggling, and man, you know, I was struggling. And the same goes for this community. And it's amazing what, I mean, that person speaking to me about her experiences, her talking to me about what she'd been through, and having that person that's not like directly in your circle. Like sometimes you feel like you can't like just unload it all because you're like trying to be strong for the people you love. And so support groups are amazing for that, because you can really like unload. And that's what sometimes you need. And so I love that there's these support groups for folks that are going through this, whether you're a caregiver or whether you're someone actually, you know, going through it yourself. Either way, it's a lot to bear.
And I think knowing that you're not alone. That all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is like so unmanageable, and then to all of a sudden realize, oh, like actually for the path we're on, this is a common struggle. We're gonna get through it. People have, but we're gonna get through it together. Is definitely what you know what we all need,
Right.
no matter what we're going through,
Yes.
whether it is cancer, Alzheimer's, or whether it's just getting to dinner and making sure everybody's fed.
It's just starting the show like you do every day. No.
You know,
but
there are things
true.
that we need support on. So I have been reached out a few times for local support groups. So I wanted to make sure that I was just kind of sharing that as well. And there isn't a support group in town. I want to make sure I don't get the date wrong. So it does meet the third Tuesday at 1 p.m. So every month it's at Zion Lutheran Church. And it is open to anyone. So if you are caring for someone, even if you're a family member and maybe, you know, the person that you're in contact, you know, your family member is not even in Muscatine. And sometimes that's hard too.
Oh my
Those
gosh, yes.
visits every now and then, and, you know, you just see that it's so different.
And I mean, it's, no matter how you're attached to this, it affects. I always talk about like the waves, you know, and how it affects you.
Yeah.
And there are waves, and it affects you in different ways. Each wave's different. Yeah. But everybody is affected in some way. Yeah. That within that circle, you know, and even people beyond. Like, I talk about the experience of like signing up for the first time and posting like, hey everybody, I'm raising money for this, and people reaching out that I never knew, like had a loved one that had, you know, either passed away or was struggling at that moment, and so it is. Even I was affected by that. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I knew this many people that were affected by it. So everybody is affected in different ways, but those support groups are awesome. I'm glad we have a local one.
And with, you know, with Alzheimer's and the memory functions, you know, deteriorating memory function and all dementias, you know, it's really explained as that grieving process kind of twice. There's that first stage of when all of a sudden they don't remember a family member, a child, a spouse. Yeah. You know, it's that they're not the same person they used to be. I've heard so many families, this isn't my mom. Yeah. And it's like, it's not. But let's now kind of deal with that first piece. Yep. But this person's still here. So you kind of need to adjust to this new world. Yeah. And then there's when that person actually passes away, and it's a full other grieving process of like, now I adjusted to and got into their world, and now I've lost that person again. So that's really one of the hardest things too about Alzheimer's and memory is you know, that it's really that progression. Yep. So that is a physical here in town support group. The Alzheimer's Association also hosts a number of support groups in Davenport. So if there are people who are you know, living in Davenport, working in Muscatine, but you know, want to find something local to them. And then they've also moved with the pandemic. I think the one great thing that came out of the pandemic is that we figured out new ways to reach each other, right? So there are virtual support groups they're just starting a new series for people who are early diagnosis. So they're just finding out that they're going to be on this path. And how do you deal with that, and what are some of the things that you're seeing, and
what are the things you can expect?
What can you expect? How do you navigate those? And then they've also got support groups for families, for caregivers. So those are always listed and shared each month as they start up on our Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's Facebook page. Awesome. And then alz.org will always have all your local resources. alz.org, there's also a lot of great just training videos that are free. Because I'll get a lot of people I talk to and they're like, oh, it's so weird, my mom's doing this and it's just so unlike her and I'm like, that's early dementia. Like they're not just being weird. This is what's going on, and you don't even always realize it. And then early, so those are all free on there, and just great resources and videos to watch. So
absolutely. And whether it's something that you want to go to in person or if you do an online, either way, just having that resource, having those folks that are going through similar things is going to be huge for you. So I hope that people take part in that.
And then there is also a 24/7 1-800 number listed on our walk site, listed on alz.org. And that is, I'm just in a moment and I need someone to talk to. Yep. They can also connect you with local resources. So if you've forgotten where this one's at and you have to pull up the show, or something like that, or you just want to find one in your area, or you've got a family member out of town and they need to find something in their area, you can call up that 24-hour support.
He's got a squeaky cart.
Yeah.
Very distracted.
We know where they're at in the store.
Yeah, it is. It's important, and regardless of what your comfort level is, and maybe your comfort level is that you want to just do an online one right now, and then you find that it's helpful, and you want to come to an in-person one. You can bounce around and do what works for you in your schedule, and it's important. And I'm glad that we talked about it today. And it's such a good resource and something that comes out of, it's something that comes out of this work that you're doing. Yeah. Right. The fundraising and on all of the things that it's good to see something tangible. Like you're doing this work, you're raising money, you're putting in the work for the walk, and all of these groups are out fundraising in their different ways, and it's cool to see something tangible that is coming out of that and is really happening, and that's support for people. Yep. And that's amazing. Yeah. So, very cool. So the walks, it's weird to say that it's kind of like right around the corner.
Especially it's when there's snow outside.
Snow, we're just getting rid of winter still. I don't know. It's never going to go away. I don't know what's happening. It's still snowing. I can see it out the window. I'm sorry, you guys, to report that it is still snowing. It's still snowing out there.
But lots of time to fundraise.
Yep. I'm excited to see some of those fundraisers pop up. I saw Impact's fundraisers pop up. Yep. They're one that they're going to do to kick off. If you like biking, more details to come on that, but they're going to do kind of a little bicycle walk. What on earth is wrong with me? You guys, I'm fired. Somebody else take the mic. I don't feel like that is a very good excuse. But if you like to bike, you can go and actually bike.
Yes. Yeah, it is a biking.
We're gonna bike
event. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bike event. But I know that Autumn's working on all the details. It was just put out, but that's going to be a really fun way for folks to get involved and raise a little bit of money for their team. So I love how creative people are getting. Yeah. It's fun. It's really fun. So fundraising starts now. Yeah. And anytime you can do whatever. You can put a link on Facebook and just say, hey guys, I'm doing this walk this year and I really want your support. And it's amazing what family and friends, will do to just support you in your efforts. And some people want to get more creative and do a bake sale or a bike ride or, put toilets in yards. And, there's a lot of things that people will do, but it's fun. Yeah. And it starts now. So you can sign up. How do people sign up?
Yep. Go to the Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's Facebook page. There's links there. Yep. You can go to alz.org/walk. Yep. And then just put in our zip code and it'll take you right to Muscatine. I think we've got 10 teams going, and we've raised a couple $1,000. So early numbers coming in. Yep. But we blew our goal out of the water last year. Just the support was amazing. So I'm looking to grow on that because we know there are more people that need us.
Yep, absolutely. I think more and more people are realizing, like you said, some of those signs that we never really knew, before. We always just kind of chalked it up to oh, I'm getting older, I'm forgetting stuff. And now we're realizing it's kind of that early onset and catching it earlier, which is great. Yeah. That the awareness is out there and that we're catching it earlier, but it also means we have a lot more work to do. Yeah. So sign up for the walk. It's a great event. It's a Friday night, fun for everybody. So do it with friends and family, do it with coworkers, bring out the kiddos. It's fun for everybody. And if there's going to be a band, you can go and enjoy that afterwards. Or even during, I guess. We're right in the same spot. But it's a really fun night. And all throughout, it's fun to partake in some of those fundraisers and get creative throughout. So super fun. I'm so glad you came on today. Thank goodness. Woo!
We got through
it so far. Struggling on the struggle bus. But Megan's ate at Wahlburgers.
Yes, I did.
And it was good.
It was good. Yes.
She told me it was good.
The sweet potato tots. Yep. My kid literally, they're on my plate. I'm like, yeah, you can try one. And he literally just took the basket.
He's like, I'll just take this.
And all of a sudden I kind of looked around, saying hi to people. I think it was the night of the ribbon cutting that we came in and ate. Saying hi to people, all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second.
Good God.
But they gobbled up the sliders.
Super fun.
Kids eat free, and every day they're like, Mom, kids eat free. I'm like, I know.
You still can't go every night. Kids eat free. That's funny.
So, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
They know, man.
They do.
They know. Super fun. Another thing, just for teams out there, just so you know, Wahlburgers is doing this thing where if your organization is raising money, then you can actually sign up for charity nights, which are Thursday nights at Wahlburgers. And literally you can receive up to 25% of the profits from the restaurant and bar for that evening. And easy peasy. And you just invite your friends and family and the community, and that's all you have to do. Easy. And so that's happening. Just message the Hy-Vee Facebook page or pop in and tell them that you're interested, and get going on fundraising for your walk team, maybe.
There you go.
Right? There you go. Well, I'm so glad you guys all joined us today. And if you want any more information about maybe signing up a team, maybe just signing up as an individual, any of those details, or details about a support group that's local, if you missed out on that information, please reach out and definitely send a message to the walk page or anything like that, and we'll make sure that you get with the right folks. But I appreciate you being on today.
Definitely.
I appreciate you guys toughing it out with me on this Monday, this snowy Monday. We made it through.
We were really trying to bring cheer.
I know. I was
people
trying to
on
be
their
excited,
toes,
and then I just screwed it all up. Also, get ready because on Tuesdays now, out at the gas station, they're grilling.
Nice.
For lunch. So you can go and grab some yummy food right out at the gas station on your lunch, and off you go. Get some gas and off you go. So be ready for that as well. Check out the Facebook page and get more information about that. Lots of great deals out there. If you haven't visited the gas station, it's really nice.
Pretty.
They did a lot of stuff out there. It's super pretty. So the gas prices aren't that pretty, but that's why you need fuel savers, right? Yep. I'm so glad you guys joined us on the show today. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors and to all of our guests. We will see you tomorrow on the show, Tuesday. Hopefully I'll learn to speak before then, and we'll be be a little better off, hopefully, by Tuesday. I'll do some
vocal warm-ups.
I know, do you do that for speaking too, or is that just singing? I guess we'll try it. I'll try anything at this point. But what? A Sharpay? What's that?
We're going to have Jess do a Sharpay.
Come show us what Sharpay is. What's that?
We'll introduce that.
Huh? She won't. See, they just leave me over here. I can't even speak, and they're like, nope, we're staying back here. Well, thanks for joining today. I appreciate it. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. on the Muscatine Today show. Until then, though, don't forget that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe it's important to be strong supporters of our local community.
And that's why we donate thousands upon thousands of dollars to local Muscatine charities each year.
It's the reason why all of our employees are local to the area and have a vested interest in our community.
We value our customers, so when you shop here at Toyota of Muscatine, you'll be treated like family.
So remember, when you shop with Toyota of Muscatine, not only are you sure to get great service, but you're also supporting local.